Welcome to the Arts to Hearts podcast, a show where we take a peek into the hearts and lives of our favorite artists. From running a creative business and practice to mindset, we talk about everything that goes behind into making a life and a career that you adore as an artist. Think of this as your happy hour with your favorite artist in your studio. Hear them share the messy and the wonderful side of creating and living a creative, heartfelt life within and outside our studios. As you tune in, be ready to be inspired and encouraged. I'm your host, Charuka Arora, an artist, designer, entrepreneur, and founder of Arts to Hearts project. Thank you so much for being here. Let's jump right in. Before we dig into this episode, I quickly wanted to share with you about our first ever interview open call. Yes, every month we will be releasing a special themed podcast issue from our selected artists from our podcast interviews call for artists. The current theme of this open call is Garden of Nostalgia. You can simply visit www.arts2heartsproject.com and find all the details on how to apply. The open call ends on April 6, 2021. So apply soon. Hello everyone. Welcome to the Arts to Hearts podcast. I'm so glad to have you here. I'm your host Charuka Arora. It feels so surreal to even say this. But here we are. And here I am doing something that I really always wanted to do. But before we dig into this episode, I quickly wanted to touch base with you and introduce myself. If you don't know or follow my work already, I thought it'll be a great idea to just let you know a little bit about who I am. So, I'm an artist, designer, and an entrepreneur. I'm also the founder of Arts to Hearts project and definitely your host for this podcast. And I'm obsessed with all things arts and creativity. I started my career in the creative industry for, I think, about 6 years ago. And believe me, I've dabbled into a lot of things from, studying history. Yeah, history, you heard me right. Fashion, design, advertising, and to name a few. When I entered the creative world, I was mostly confused and a lot alone. Growing up at a time when having a creative career wasn't the most common thing, let alone even thinking of being an artist. That, believe me, was never even anything on my mind. So, of course, I did the practical thing. I began my education by doing a more sound degree, nowhere close to my interest. I started with history honors because I thought maybe, I'll do something like a CA or maybe, things that are safer and promise you a long, safe career with financial stability. But my creative spirits definitely were not okay with me doing the practical thing. So when I started my college, I had this burning desire that I had to let out my creative side. I had to let out my creative spirits in some place. So I went where my heart took me. Long story short, I eventually found my way here today. Living the life I always dreamed of. And it's nothing monetarily or anything like that. But creatively, living a creative life was something that I always wanted. I could never see myself do a 9 to 5 job because I just knew that I wasn't that person. I just knew that the process of creating was something that made me feel alive, living the creative life that I always wanted. And not only living a creative life and having a creative career, but also having a creative career that pays my bill. That was something that I couldn't believe. So yeah, if you're anywhere close to that thought, believe me, if I could do this, believe me, so can you. So, coming back to the point. Every day I get up in the morning and I look forward to my day creatively because I just feel satisfied because I know I'm making art, I'm running a creative business, I'm building a community that I always loved, and I'm growing alongside some brilliant creative people. I just feel extremely grateful to have these things in my life today. But I wasn't always here. In fact, not even a few years ago. To be honest, I literally had to every day push myself out of bed, hoping that one day I would find something that would feel right. And thank God I did. To talk about the brighter side, I also want to let you know that There are some really, really hard days, and I've really had my fair share. I know that I will still keep having some hard days as I go forward in my journey. All these struggles have played such a monumental role in my journey. They have literally made me who I am today. So I know those days are really difficult. And when I'm in those days, even now, I'm miserable. The hope that I know that these hard, difficult days will give me a lesson that will take me ahead, that will take me somewhere in the future, just gives me the perseverance to keep moving forward. Now, here's something I really wanted to talk about in this episode. So, when I started my career a few years into it, initially I just thought that be this one opportunity, this one person, maybe this one thing that will change my life, that will give me this golden ticket, that will take me somewhere. But that didn't happen. And honestly, I felt like that wasn't even true. I decided that I could not just keep waiting for someone to come and make my dreams come true for me or to offer me a golden ticket even. Like instead, I realized that I needed to take charge, and that's exactly what I want to talk about today. Because if it wasn't for me to take hold of my own dreams, take that charge, and to get over that fear, I definitely wouldn't be doing this podcast. If you're remotely anywhere close to where I have been, just pay attention and listen carefully to what I have to say. Because if I would have heard these things while I was in my early years, believe me, I would have saved a lot of time. This has been something that has made me who I am today and definitely will take me where I want to go next. If a few years ago you would tell me that I would be an artist, I would have definitely never believed it. I am telling you, I grew up in a country, in a place where I never even knew like an artist in my life. And art was something that was always a hobby for people. And there was also this very stereotypical image of what artists are and the idea of starving artists that, it never was an option to me. And somehow I was never too comfortable to even embrace that side that I wanted to be an artist because I felt like I was painting this wrong picture for myself. Apart from being an artist, let alone running a creative business all by myself or like hosting a podcast, all of these dreams were really, really far sighted. If you ask the younger me, maybe 10 years ago, she really wouldn't have believed into any of this. And I was pretty shy, underconfident of who I was at that point. And honestly, I was that until a few years ago. I think I just every step I've taken towards my own mindset has so much of difference in who I am today. So honestly, when I say that, I wouldn't believe I could be an artist or I could run a creative business or even host a podcast, subconsciously, I always wanted to do all of these things. In fact, these were kind of my unspoken dreams that I never believed they could happen to me. I never believed that these things could ever happen to me. Like these dreams were something that only happened to others. Like I never believed that I could live a life like that or I could do these things. But it happened, and it only happened until the day I did start believing that I was worthy of all those dreams that I have within me and that I have full control over what I want to do. As long as I'm trying to make an effort, I will someday eventually land where I am meant to be. If you ask me, my dreams did not happen to me. These things did not happen to me. In fact, I made them happen. That, my friend, is the biggest difference. If you're thinking something is going to happen to you, if you're thinking someone is going to change something for you, if you're thinking a gallery, a job, or anything for that matter will happen for you, will happen to you, let me break this for you. I know it's a little hard to believe. I know it's disheartening, but nothing happens to you. You have to make that happen for themselves. I'm saying this from a place of love. I definitely never want someone to go through the same struggles that I did. I know that you will have your own set of struggles, and I would rather share my experience so that you don't make those mistakes. Instead, you make some other ones. I realize in my journey that to go where I want to go, I have to take in charge because unless I don't start taking in charge of where I want to be, how the hell will someone else do that for me? And honestly, taking in charge was really difficult. It scared the hell out of me. Sometimes, even today, if something is beyond what I have imagined till now, it really scares me. It really scares me. Even if, a lot of times when we're doing something uncomfortable, it's not only our inner fear, it's also the fear of being judged, mocked, or, being called the weird one, all of those things. And I absolutely had them. But eventually, I also realized that they will always be there. And that is honestly not going to lead you anywhere. Like, what's going to lead us to where we want to be is our action, our belief that if we take that charge, we can actually make a lot of things come true. So, those little steps of taking charge of my own dreams are actually the real reason of why I am here. And of course, I was full of fear. There's no doubt about it. I was so many times, I'm still full of fear. One thing that I really, really have admired about myself was that even when I was confused and I knew that I wasn't clear with what I wanted, I anyway tried it. I have tried a million things. You name it, and I'm most probably in the creative field. I must have done something around that. And it was like this, I would have an idea and I would try, and then, okay, this works for me, this does not work for me, this works for me, this does not work for me. Some knowing what does not work for you leads you to where you want to go. At least it did happen to me. Let's say at some point I decided that giving fear the control of my life was just not worth it, because anyways, it's not going to take me anywhere. But if I let my dreams take the charge, maybe maybe if I keep hitting at them, I will have a chance to be who I want to be. And the idea that the life that I want, I can create that for myself, just just gives me the energy to do everything every day. And nothing happened miraculously. Like, I woke up one day with the thought of all of this, and then whoop, I was this new person, or that all my struggles went away. In fact, it was every day waking up and deciding that I'm going to keep trying no matter what. That was something that was so instrumental for me in all these years. I have failed a million times, and I really, really, really want to insist on the fact that every little failure is a stepping stone, and it really is. I have had some of the biggest failures in my life, and those failures have taught me the biggest lessons I could ever learn. I also had to teach myself that I am enough, and that I can take control of what I want, that my fears are justified only when they're on the back seat, and that I should never let them take control of my life and my dreams. I had to teach myself this every day, because unless I don't believe that, I can never act on that. And I honestly kept telling me this every morning, every night, every moment, every time I felt I was in a spot or otherwise. And I still do that. Because, of course, we all will always have fear of something or the other. And we will always have dreams that we want to make true. And the true success to me is to get up and work with my heart and soul every day for them. Knowing that I am the creator of my life and I am a part of an ever changing reality. So, if there is something that I don't like about my today, and there will always be something that we will not like, we always have the power to change that. I'm not talking about a switch on or an off. These changes can be eventual. We can start somewhere, a small action, a small decision, a small step. Not everything has to be monumental. One thing that I've learned the most is that every little decision, every little step eventually can lead up to something really big in our lives. So I just want to remind this to you and to me. So I just want to remind this to me and to you, that you are the creator of your ever changing reality. If you set your mind to something and if you start working towards that, most likely you'll make it true. The only difference between people ahead of us where we are is that they took a decision and they did not wait for someone to come and make that true for them. This episode is kind of a reminder for you and me both that from now on, let's keep reminding ourselves we need to take in charge of what we want in life. And as long as we are taking in charge and growing fearlessly, nobody can stop us. And we definitely would have what we want. It's just a matter of time and perseverance. Well, that's all for today. I hope this resonated with you, and if it did, I would love to hear from you. This is my side of story, and I would love to hear yours. I'm easily accessible on Instagram or even via email. So you can simply DM me on Instagram at Charuka Arora or even tag me in your stories. I'm always available at hello@charukaarora.com. That's it for today. I'm sending you lots of love and light. Until then, I heart you. Bye bye. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. You can find all the details and links mentioned in the show notes of this episode available on www.arts2heartsproject.com. And if you like this episode, please don't forget to tag us in your stories and leave us a review here on iTunes or any of your favorite platforms. It really helps us to keep the show going. Thank you so much. I'm sending you lots of love and I can't wait to be back here soon again. Bye.